guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's do a re-giftable paper craft. Stay tuned. Welcome to everyone who stopped by my channel. I really do appreciate your support as well as the engagement with my channel. If you do like this video, I hope that you'll do two things for me. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, and I hope that you'll leave a comment in the comment section, because the engagement from you guys is really important to YouTube and it helps my channel to continue to grow. So as I said, if after watching this video you do enjoy it, I hope you'll do those two things. And then for those of you who aren't subscribers to my channel, I hope that this video will motivate you to subscribe. And if it does, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a new video. You know, there are a lot of mixed feelings about regifting. If you receive something that isn't quite you, is it okay to regift it and give it to someone who might be able to put it to better use? I say absolutely. I say that when someone gives you a gift, no matter whether you like it or not, you receive it in the spirit in which it's given. You receive it with gratitude and you say thank you. And then somewhere down the road, if that gift is not being used, but you know someone who will use it and put it to good use. Now, I personally think it's okay to regift it, but you guys might have differing opinions on whether or not you think that is okay. But the intended purpose of what we'll be making today is to regift it. And you'll notice that I have two envelopes here, and then I have this. I'm not going to go into any detail on what that is right now, but I will once I show you what we're going to need to make it, and it'll be very simple, what we'll need to make our project. The whole goal of this is to gift something to someone that they can then take and re-gift to someone else. So y'all know what time it is? It is time to make it. All right, y'all, so here is what I'm talking about. It's inside of this envelope, and I'm going to take it out, and we basically have an envelope in an envelope. And then we have this gorgeous card that's held together with a whole bunch of ephemera pieces and embellishments or stickers. And this is what makes this card re-giftable, because when you initially send this to someone, they'll have the beauty of this card to enjoy, but then they get to pass it on. So I am going to remove this little paper clip because all of these pieces of ephemera come off. So that way the person can take this card and then they can decorate it, because I have double-sided tape on the back. And then once you've received it, you will have a chance to then take some of those ephemera pieces or all of them and decorate this card exactly as they want. So on the inside, when you open it, you see I have this little writing space here. And this is where you would write your note to the person that you're giving this card to, explaining to them to take this beautiful act of kindness and pass it on. And then they can do just that. They can enjoy what you have sent. Then they can take this, decorate it if they have someone in mind they want to give it to, and they can send it on to that person. Or they can repackage it and send it on to someone else with their own personal note in it to enjoy the beauty of what you received, pass it on. So I'm going to put all of this back together. And I'll tuck that right there. And then this beautiful little butterfly, I am just going to tuck in there. You won't see all of the pieces, but you get the gist of what it is we're doing. We're actually just going to make something that can be repurposed and regifted. So then once we're ready to mail it, we have our own envelope for that to fit in. And then we can take that envelope and put it in the actual mailable envelope. Now this might require a little extra postage. It won't be a whole lot, but it might require some extra postage. So I thought I'd throw that out there. But I love the re-giftable concept of this card. So here's what we're going to need to make it. We will be cutting down 2 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock. We'll cut one piece to make the card at 8.5 by 5.5. That's going to leave us with the 6.5 by 12 inch piece. We will save that to make one of the envelopes. Then we'll make the second envelope with this 8 by 12 inch piece. And then you'll just need the decorative pieces that you'll be using on your project. Now, at Tuesday morning a while back, and this was before the pandemic, I found these Create a Card kits, and they have all of these beautiful pieces of embellishments, and then they have the beautiful little card bases on the inside. I'm going to use the bases as well as some of the ephemera for part of this project. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab one of the cards, and we'll cut it down, and it'll be cut down to 3.5 by 5, but it'll open like this, so you'll be able to write a note. So I have a 5 by 7 card folded that I'll be using as my message card on the inside. And then I'm just going to go through with some sticker sheets and embellishments to decorate my card. So to get started, we are going to take our 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece, and on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 4.25. Then we can take it and fold it into our card base. Then I am going to take one of my 5 by 7 cards and just cut it down so that I now have the inside writing space for this particular card. I'm not going to take it in. It'll be freestanding on the inside so that this part of the card can again be used for someone else. So then I have decided that I want this little sticker to be a focal point on my card, but I don't want it there as a sticker. I simply want it there as an embellishment. So all I'm going to do is lay it down on some white paper, and that removes that stickiness for me and also gives me just a nice smooth back. So now that I have this piece cut out, I am just going to use some of my little pieces of ephemera to just start decorating. And I think that I want to go with this piece, this little tag here. So I am just going to trim out that tag shape. Then I'm going to take my stickers, and I'm just going to grab one that I think will work. And I want a word sticker on this, so I am going to take the word sticker that says beautiful. I'm going to place that right there. And now I can see that I need to trim off some of this because this is just going to be too long. So I'm going to trim that piece away. My stickers are a little bit old in this pack, so I'm just going to take some glue and put it on the back, and then I can put that down. And now I have that beautiful, that will be right there. Then I'm going to take this piece that says grateful, and I'm going to place it down on a piece of scrap. And then I'll just trim out this little ticket. And then I'm just going to angle my edges just a little bit. And I'll put that ticket right there. And then I'll go into that pack of ephemera that came with the card bases. And I am just going to see what is in here that I might like to use. And having a butterfly on any project is always a good thing. So I am going to put that butterfly right there. Let me check the other pack. It came with 2 packs of ephemera, so if you happen to be in Tuesday morning, check to see if they have these little make a card kits. If not, and you're in another store, just see what they have. Just check out what they have going on, because you might be able to find something that you like. So now I think that this is a really sweet layout to be able to mail to someone. So all I'm going to do is slide everything over just a little bit so that I can grab most of it with my paper clip. So then I'm just going to take a little sticker and we're going to place it on the paper clip, and then I'm just going to take that sticker and feed it through the paper clip, because what I want to do is create just a little flag that sort of breaks everything up. And then here's my little card on the inside. So then I'll take one of my little stickers, place it on that card on the inside that says smile, take that card, and we'll put it on the inside so that when this is opened, this is where you'd write your sweet little note explaining the pass it on of this beautiful card. So now I'm just going to take my little pieces from the front. We're going to put those down. Again, we are not gluing or taping these. We're just going to place them down because they're decorative elements that the person receiving this will then get to make their own card to give to someone. So now I'll take my paper clip, put my paper clip on, and how stinking cute is that, and how easy. So like I said, the person receiving this, they'll get to see all of this wonderful beauty, then they'll get to pass it on. So now we're going to make the envelope that will hold this particular card. So when we trimmed out for the card, we're going to be left with a 6.5 by 12-inch piece. We're going to take that piece, and on the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 3/8 of an inch, rotate it to the opposite 12-inch side, score at 3/8 of an inch, and then we're going to score at 4 and at 8.5 on the 12-inch side. So then let's fold and burnish all of our score marks. So once we fold it and burnish our scores, you're going to have this wider bottom and then a smaller piece, and that's the piece that'll go over the top. So all I'm going to do at this point is I'll be removing these bottom pieces and the top pieces, and I'll come in at an extremely slight angle, not a deep one. But what I'll do first is I'm going to make a mark on both sides of that score mark, and that way I'll notch out. And this will just be easy for you if you've never made an envelope before. So go ahead and notch out there. Then come over to the other side and do that same notch. Now if you have a ruler, let's go ahead and take that ruler. And like I said, we're not going to do a very deep angle on this. We only want to trim just a little bit. So I'm trimming right inside of that score. So when I fold this, this will be able to connect to these two pieces. Then we're going to come to the top and do the same thing. So we're going to go to that score mark and angle out the triangle, and we'll come over to the other side, angle out that triangle, and then we'll cut in on this top piece. And this is how we're going to have our envelope. So it'll close like that, and we fold over that top. So now we can take our glue, and we're going to place some glue right on the edge of that bottom flap. Now we can bring this up, get that stuck, and y'all know what we have? We have an envelope that is perfect for that sweet little card that we made. So I'm going to take the card and we're going to place it in the envelope, and there we have a place for that card. So now we're going to make the envelope for the envelope. And this process is great for those of you who might even be making your own homemade wedding invitations, because here's an envelope that we're going to place inside of another envelope, which is a common practice when you're making wedding invitations. So we have an 8 by 12-inch piece. On the 8-inch side, we're going to score at 1, rotate it to the opposite 8-inch side, score at 1. And then we'll turn it to the 12-inch side, score at 4 1/4, and then at 9. Super, super simple. So then we're going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And then just like on the first one, we're going to notch out those triangles where we have our score marks meeting. And so we have it like this. Now we can come in and make an angle cut at the bottom. So we're just going to angle in. And the reason why we could not angle in deeply on that first piece is because our sides are only 3/8 of an inch on this envelope, which meant that if we angled in, we run the risk of not actually having enough to fold up. Because you can see how when I angled in here, if I had angled in this deeply on that black and white envelope, I would have missed this side piece and I would not have been able to glue this piece to this piece. So now I can do the same thing on this end. We're going to put this together by adding our glue to the widest part of the envelope, which is the bottom part that folds up. So we're going to put that glue on the end. And then I'll just place a little bit of glue right there. Now I can fold this up. Get that nice and stuck. And now we have an envelope for our envelope. So I'm going to tuck that on the inside. This is what we can actually mail. And you can actually mail this as well, but I'm not setting this one up to be mailed just yet because the person that you give it to might decide they want to go ahead, take it out, embellish that card, and then drop it in the mail. Or they might want to send it out as is, like this, and create their own envelope. So I put my card back on the inside. I am just going to add some double stick tape. And just like that, we have another re-giftable card that we can send out to someone. And some of you might be saying, why on earth would you do this? Well, first of all, it's a beautiful random act of kindness to send someone a card just out of the blue, but it's also a doubly beautiful random act of kindness because they're then able to take this and pass it on to someone else. There are plenty of people out there who want to be able to mail a special card to someone. Maybe they can't afford to go to the store and buy one, but if they receive something like this, they have the satisfaction of being able to create a homemade card. Even though you picked out all of the elements, they will then decide how they want to place them down on the card, or they may want to go ahead and send it out as is. So for me, I think it's a beautiful thing. And for anyone who received a card like this, I think they would too. So as I said in the beginning, I hope that you have liked this video. If you have, please hit the like button and please leave a comment. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.